evening. You're watching CMR Daily Buzz. It's Monday, February 7th. I'm Misha Allinger, and thank you for joining us. Curbside service has returned to Owen Roberts International Airport after 6 months. The Cayman Islands Airports Authority announced earlier today that curbside access will return next week on February 14th. Drivers will now be able to pick up and drop off passengers on the curbside, but will now be subject to security screening at the airport security checkpoint booth. CIA Chairman Johan Moxham thanked the public for their patience and assistance while his team worked through the issues with all stakeholders. Parking exit machines have also been updated to including allowing payment by credit or debit cards, with parking being free for up to 5 minutes. Coral Fest 2022 has been cancelled for this year due to COVID-19. The Department of Environment announced earlier today that they will be organizing a COVID-friendly virtual event to celebrate the love for corals. They also thanked the public and sponsors that contributed towards this event. For more information on these events, visit Cayman Islands Department of Environment on Facebook and Instagram. The National Conservation Council is accepting nominations for protected areas in the Cayman Islands. The deadline to submit your letter of nomination is May 13, 2022. For full details on the nomination process, please visit conservation.ky/protected area nominating process. To mark the 70th anniversary of their session, Her Majesty the Queen, the royal family released a number of historical photographs on its Facebook page on Sunday. The Cayman Islands Parliament commemorated the occasion with a black-tie dinner hosted by Honorable Speaker Makiva Bush on Saturday evening. On Sunday afternoon, there was a special sitting of Parliament along with a parade to commemorate the occasion. MPs were able to express their congratulations to the Queen. The Premier led the salutations from members of Parliament, which was followed by the formal opening by the Governor of an exhibit on the Queen and her family. There will be an exhibit on display in the Parliament's lobby for the whole year of the local Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Queen Elizabeth II has visited the Cayman Islands on 2 occasions, the last being 1994, when she opened the Botanic Park named in her honor. Miss Donna Bryan will be honored at the Heritage Cross Gold Award for her works of art on the 17th of February at the annual National Arts and Culture Awards. Miss Bryan, who is the mother of Tourism Minister Kenneth Bryan, grew up in Cayman Brac. Her mother taught her to play silver thatch bomb at the age of 10. She shares her thatching skills with students of school around the island. Recently, John Gray High School embraced the class and offered it to Key Stage 3 students as part of their curriculum during the term. The award ceremony will be invite-only due to COVID gathering restrictions. Now over to Renee Stamps for updates on regional news.
A Jamaican policewoman, who is said to be a major player in a lottery scamming operation in the United States, was arrested and charged on Friday. Shelly-Ann Shireen Allen, 42 years old, who was previously suspended by the Jamaica Constabulary Force on allegations of corruption, has been charged with conspiracy to commit fraud by wire and conspiracy to commit fraud by mail. Allen is accused of running a lottery scamming organization that is responsible for fleecing US $1.69 million from mainly elderly victims based in the United States. Her 20-year-old son, who was also under investigation, has also been arrested. A 9-month-old Venezuelan baby boy was killed during a high-speed chase of a migrant boat by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard on Saturday. The officers said they fired at the vessel's engines in self-defense after it was repeatedly ordered to stop, but instead attempted to ram the Coast Guard's vessel. Meantime, more than 2,000 Venezuelans who went to Trinidad and Tobago seeking a better life have returned home. The migrants left the country due to the high cost of living. Since Trinidad reopened its borders on July 17th last year, thousands of migrants have left freely to return to their homeland.
Thank you, Renee, for those regional updates. Moving on to international news, Australia will reopen its borders to international travel on 21st February 2022 for the first time in 2 years, but to vaccinated travelers only. Prime Minister Scott Morrison announced on Monday. Australia has had some of the world's strictest border controls throughout the coronavirus pandemic. Vaccinated tourists and other visa holders can now travel to Australia with proof of vaccination. Unvaccinated travelers that have a medical reason will have to apply for a travel exemption and will have to quarantine if approved. Australia has so far reported more than 2.7 million cases of coronavirus and more than 4,240 COVID-related deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University data. Nearly 80% of the population is fully vaccinated. A Washington state trooper, Robert LeMay, died recently of COVID-19 after serving 22 years as a police officer. He made a bit of a media sensation on conservative stations such as Fox News after he heralded for being against vaccine mandates and telling the state governor to kiss his derriere. LeMay opted to take early retirement instead of getting the jab. Since his death, Fox News was criticized for not mentioning it at all. The king of reggae, Jamaican artist Bob Marley, would have been 77 years on Sunday. The legendary singer, songwriter, and musician died at the age of 36 of cancer in 1981. Despite that, his popularity has not waned in the 40 years since his untimely death, with people around the globe still enjoying his musical works and considering him one of the pioneers of reggae that made the genre popular the world over. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott announced the birth of their baby boy on February 2nd, just one day after their daughter Stormi's 4th birthday. He is the second child for the celebrity couple. That's all for today's news. This is Misha Allinger. Thank you for watching and stay safe.